The rule of awkward silence. Elon Musk and Steve Jobs became known for their brilliant minds. And despite very different communication styles, both men share a powerful habit, one you can benefit from too. I like to call it the rule of awkward silence. The rule is simple. When faced with a challenging question, you pause and think deeply before responding. But this is no short pause. We're talking 5, 10, even 20 or more seconds. And that can feel very awkward. In an interview, Garrett Reisman, a former astronaut who worked at SpaceX, said this about Musk. If you pose to him a serious question, he'll consider it. And he'll kind of go into this almost like a trance. He'll stare off into space, and you can see the wheels turning. And he's focusing all of his intellect, which is considerable, on this one question. Steve Jobs would do something similar. Soon after Jobs' return to Apple as CEO, an audience member tried to insult him at a conference. Jobs sits on a stool, takes a big gulp of water, and thinks. He starts to say something, but he stops himself and thinks some more. The silence lasts about 18 seconds, which seems like an eternity, but it was followed by a perfect response. You see, the rule of awkward silence is a great tool of critical thinking. It can help you get to the root of problems and give deeper, more thoughtful answers. But a long, silent pause offers another major advantage, one that has to do with the way our brains process emotions. When it comes to high-level thinking, we typically engage the frontal lobes, the largest part of our brain. But when we feel attacked or under pressure, we engage another part of our brain known as the amygdala. The amygdala hijacks the brain, taking over with an emotional response. Now, emotional hijacks aren't always bad, but if left unchecked, they can lead us to say or do things we later regret. For example, when faced with a challenging question, you might snap back. Or you might spit out the first thing that comes to mind, no matter how cringeworthy. Or you might say what you think the other person wants to hear instead of what you truly believe. But when you embrace the rule of awkward silence, you give your emotions a chance to settle down so you can use more of your brain, leading to smarter, more thoughtful answers. So, the next time someone asks you a challenging question, take your time. With practice, the silence won't feel so awkward anymore, and you'll be making emotions work for you instead of against you. Try this. When someone asks you a question that requires thought, do the following. Pause and think deeply about their question before you respond. If you're worried about the other person's reaction, tell them, that's a great question. Let me think about that for a moment. Start by practicing with friends and family. Then, gradually try it out on others. Want to learn more emotional intelligence rules like this one? Check out our other videos, or sign up for our free 10-day course. Link in the description.